too long. We are the children of Israel. We are Bani Israel.
That's right.
We are the biblical Israelites.
Well, so we can come out of this captivity and start worshipping God as we're intended to.
So, do you have a question? Okay. Did you have a question? What do you think? Let me ask you a question. What's your nationality? Jamaican. Has anyone ever told you that you're an Israelite? Your dad's told you you're an Israelite. Right. So, did he tell you where he got the understanding that you're an Israelite? Or how you get the understanding?
Just the work of the Creator.
A little while ago. So what do you remember? Do you remember anything?
Collapse. Oh, yeah, what you call it. So.
Not really, to be honest.
This is what you said
because
slavery.
the reason why we're out here is to wake up our people, right, wherever they are, right, to the fact that our people, wherever they are, to wake them to the fact that they're Israelites, right, because our duty as Israelites is to serve the Most High, to serve.
So you're saying he's only worried about Israel at the most?
And the problem is that we're in captivity, right? So although we have like a full sense of freedom in where we are now, right? We're not free here, right? The only time we'll be free, right, is when we're back in our own land, right? Because so let me ask you a question, right? History, right? What do you know about let's call it Black history? But what do you know about it? How far back does it go? Yeah, but how far back do you learn about it? Like in school, right? Where do they go for our history? Slavery, right? So they only go back to slavery, right? Because they don't want you to understand, right, where you come from or who you are, right? Because they know that knowledge, right, is going to knowledge is power, right? So knowledge is going to give us what we need to succeed, basically. Right, without the knowledge that the Most High gave us, right, we wouldn't be able to do what we need to do, right? So the scriptures actually get the Deuteronomy 28, right? So I'm gonna give you a basic idea as to how we know that we're Israelites, right? Because the Most High works in signs and wonders. Are we Christian? We're Christian in the sense that we believe in Messiah, right? They ignorantly call him Jesus Christ. His name wasn't Jesus Christ. Right, he had a Hebrew name, right, and it would have been closer to Yahushua, right. That's the closest we can get to his name at this point in time, right. But his name would have been Yahushua, right. But we believe in him. We're Christian in that sense, right. But we're not Christian in the sense of the religion.
We're not religious. That's the main thing. You gotta remember this book, yeah, that you read. You probably grew up reading it. You grew up Christian. Oh, you're Muslim.
So you grow up Muslim. The history and the constitution of our nation.
So now, it still all ties in, and that's what I'm saying. So if you say now you've come into Islam, in Islam, in the Quran, it talks about your people, Bani Israel. Because when we say we're Israelites, you got to understand everything in the Quran was taken from the Bible anyway.
Not everything.
Well, not everything was taken.
The tenets.
Yeah, the tenets of it, was taken. And then they built their religion, off of our writings. So that's why when the women dress modestly, we were doing that long before. When you pray 5 times a day, they got that from the scriptures. We have times of prayer. We prayed more than once.
We prayed 3 times.
We prayed three times in a day. So a lot of things were taken. So even if you say that you reverted to Islam, Islam's a religion. We don't teach religion. We're trying to get our people out of religion. Because remember, you got to remember the word religion comes from a Latin word, religare. Now the word religare, this is called etymology. So when you study the Bible or religious texts, it's important to understand where the words came from. So I'll give you an example. The word the word Muslim is an Arabic word. Do you know what the word Muslim means? The word Muslim means to submit to one God. So that's why when you say you revert to being Muslim, you have to say a shahada. And your shahada, all your shahada is saying what we call our Shema prayer. It's saying that you submit to one God, and then you have to pronounce that you accept Muhammad. But really, that comes from our book. We say Shema Yasharala, Yahweh, Ali Yanawa, Yahweh is one. That means Yahweh, who is the God, is one. There's only one God. He's the power who we call God. Is only one. There's no other beside him, and that's what we believe. We don't believe Jesus, who came to die for us, is the same as the Creator, or who you call Allah. Because Allah comes from a Hebrew word as well. Allah means power. Because you know, if I call you brother, if I call this my brother, I say that's my father. They're titles. Allah would be a title, and he has a name as well. Now they'll say, I know some Muslims will say, because that's an answer they can come up with, that he has 99 names, or he has several names. But no, he has one name. He has loads of titles. Like this can be my brother, this can be my friend, this can be my business partner. All titles. But he's still named. He's only got one. His name is Iban.
Listen, brother, I'm in a rush right now, innit?
But study that. You're an Israelite, even if you're looking at Bani Israel, you need to know that it's not about religion. It's not about religion. It's about, in the last days now, our people are waking up because we're at the bottom of society. We are. Don't you ever look around you and see like our people here, and we're always in the slums and the ghettos. We're last hired, first fired. Why are we always in the prison houses? Why do we fill up prisons? Because they're setting up laws against us. But the only way we can get out of it, the only way we can save ourselves from it, we can't save ourselves with guns and weapons. We don't have no army. We have to come back and study to find out who we are, because we're God's chosen people. Black people. That's why when you watch sports, who dominates basketball? Who dominates football? Who dominates boxing? Who dominates tennis?
White people.
No, not even Serena and Venus Williams. Yeah, but even still, if we had more black people doing it, we'd be at the top of it.
Yeah, true.
Golf, Tiger Woods,
Right.
F1, Lewis Hamilton.
Right.
I could go on for days. Music, we run it. Everything we make, they steal. And then when little Caucasian youths come up, take our music, they're the first ones in the charts. You got your H's, your RDs. But our people been doing music for how long? How many sick rappers do you think we've got in the slums, in the ghetto? There's loads of them, but we're not going to make it because we are under curses. And that's why you might hear people say generational curses, break curses. But we can't get out of this. We can't grow unless we come back to that knowledge. It's not about religion, bro. Not about that. People our age, younger people, remember the older generations are getting old now, they've had their time. But we're coming up, they're going to try and tell you to go to war now. So if World War III busts off now because of Russia and Ukraine, they're going to come to you.
You're going to have to make a choice.
Yeah.
Who are you going to fight for?
Yeah.
Because if you're not going to fight for your own people, right? If you're going to go and fight for them, you have to remember that these people are your slave masters. Okay? They had your ancestors in slavery. Okay? They had your ancestors, and this is what they did to them, right? When they took them into slavery, they beat them, right? They took our children and they fed them to alligators, right? They raped, robbed, and murdered our mothers, our great-grandmothers, great-grandmothers, right? And they had us in slavery and made us work for free, and they never paid us. And I'm going to tell you another thing, right? They never paid us, right? And when they so-called abolished slavery, they paid the slave master reparation. And to this day, they haven't repaid or repaired the damage that they did to us, because we carry what they call that syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome.
Not Stockholm. It's another syndrome where you are you're damaged that much.
PTSD.
PTSD. That's the one.
Post-traumatic.
Right. And that's the reason why we have a single parent household. That's the reason why we get angry easily, or we get violent easily. Those are the reasons why all those things are in us, because it didn't just appear in us and it's naturally there. No, because of all those years of trauma that they put upon us, and they haven't admitted that, and they haven't done anything to repair it. So who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Because the amount of money that they would need to repair it, they haven't done it.
There's not enough money.
There's not enough money, so somebody has to do it, and the Creator says He's the one that's going to do it. And that's why this world war is going to, it's escalating. It's going to become a world war, right? They're shutting down the economy. right? They're shutting down the paper economy, or the
Yeah, they're trying to go to digital currency, yeah.
and they want to go digital, and then they're going to bring out what we call the mark of the beast, right? Which is a microchip which they're going to expect you to take in your hand or in your forehead, right? And you won't be able to buy yourself. But during all that shit that's going on, they're going to be in their war and they're going to ask you to fight for them. But you need to decide whose side you're on. You're either on your people's side, or you're on the side of you're on their side, and their side is going to lose. It's going to lose hands down, because in the middle of their war, who they call Jesus Christ is going to return. But when he returns, he's not going to return like he came the first time through natural birth. He's going to return in a supernatural chariot. Okay? And he's coming for war. He's coming for war. When you read the scriptures, it tells you what he's going to do when he returns.
And he didn't look like this.
Right.
I'm sure you know, because who they call in the Quran is Isa. He was a black man. He was a dark skinned man.
The Quran, let me explain something to you about the Quran, right? Muhammad was illiterate. Let's get the facts. He was illiterate. Muhammad learned by hearing or by seeing. That's how Muhammad learned. And who did he learn from? Israelites. This is historical facts. Facts. You can go to your mosque, go and ask the imam, who did Muhammad learn from? How did he learn there was a God? He didn't get that by himself. Right? He was like a taxi driver today, right? And he was traveling around and he used to see the Israelites. So the Israelites used to explain to him that Israel has a blessing, but also Ishmael got their blessing as well. And he, they were teaching him all that. So then he went back to the Middle East, right? And they used to worship 365 gods. Had a god for every day, and he stopped them from doing that. Now, when Islam was codified, right, that was like in the 6th.
I'm actually in a big rush right now. It's been very interesting.
Right, okay. What I'm going to say is, go on the internet, right, YouTube, put in Hebrew Israelites. There's loads of camps, there's loads of Israelites waking up, there's loads of teaching there, right? And get understanding, get wisdom, my brother, right?
You got respect, yeah?
Very much, yeah.